Hey everyone, and welcome to this mod spotlight featuring Meraxes Dossier from the late Cretaceous period. This mod has been developed and designed by Big L, and I do believe it's available in ARK Survival Evolved as well as ARK Ascended. It has been completely TLC'd for ARK Ascended, so a couple of differences may apply. I'll be focusing on the ASA version because it is the newer and therefore more fleshed out version. So, to take a look at Meraxes Dossier, in the wild, Meraxes Dossier, a formidable cousin of the Giganotosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus, and Acrocanthosaurus, roams the island with a taste for the young of its rivals. Though not as powerful as a Rex, when enraged, it becomes a force to be reckoned with, displaying merciless aggression. Survivors should tread carefully in this territory, hoping to evade this relentless invader. Taming the Meraxes poses challenges due to its high metabolism and aggressive nature, preventing passive taming. Some survivors have discovered a method involving the sacrifice of a few breed dinos, especially larger ones' offspring. Once satisfied, it becomes a loyal companion. Efficient at gathering hide, pelt, chitin, and keratin from harvested corpses, this creature offers unique advantages over its giga relative, allowing riders to unleash a variety of vicious and furious attacks without being dismounted. So this is going to be quite the interesting one then. Bigger than a T-Rex, smaller than a Giga, very ferocious with its own rage mechanic, and you have to tame it by feeding it your own baby dinos. As if Trex taming couldn't get bad enough, now I have to mobilize baby dinos. Oh no. So same as usual, this is a brand new mod for me, and I would like to jump in with knowledge, of course, but without experience, and I'm going to try find one out in the wild first. No spawning things in, I want to encounter one. Oh, I think that might be it. Oh, that looks crazy. Yeah, that is it. That is definitely it. A level 15 wild Meraxes. Okay, I would admit this did take quite some time to find. I was first trying to search around at all the various, popular Rex locations. Then I moved on to the mountains, primarily Volcano and Obsidian. Couldn't find it either one, just tried the Arctic, and here we go. So this did take a little bit of searching. The animations are smooth, and I noticed, while I was attacking, it was quite reminiscent of the Acrocanthosaurus from Garuga's mods, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. Oh, animation-wise, it's very, very smooth. It looks... I love the tail. The tail is really mesmerizing. It's so smooth. Okay, so, I will be taming one of these, but I first want to figure out how strong it is. And in a regular playthrough, I primarily travel with my Thylacoleo, so that's what we got, it's a imprinted Thylacoleo, fairly decent damage and health, primitive saddle. So this is supposed to be the in-between of a Rex and a Giga, and it's got very short range aggro. Whoa! Whoa! Did I just instantly rage? Oh, I suppose it is only level 15. Oh, that is stunning. I love the glowing. And that fell over quite quickly. Okay. So there was a lot squishier than I expected. Honestly, just kind of weaker entirely. But it was only level 15. And I suppose it's not a Giga, so it wouldn't be like insanely beefed up and overpowered. So I think it's more comparable to a Rex then, where, you are going to tame what you see. You're not going to get a nerfed version. So that in mind... maybe it was just because it was low level. Okay, good to know that if you encounter one in the wild, you're not completely out of luck. But it does seem to be a little bit on the rarer side. Oh, here we go. That is not quite a mountain spawn. Oh wait, there's two of them, I think. Yeah, there's two of them. Right, I take it back. These are not rare. So far, these seem a little bit more comparable to that of a UT. That's another level 15. And over here we go. That one is level 50. Okay. Okay. I think that's just a coincidence that all three of them happen to be level 15. So you might have noticed I switched over to the Quetzal because I want to find out if these can be picked up. I am quite confident it can be picked up by Renia Natha. I don't know that, but I'm confident it could be because Renia Nathas can pick up Rexes. Can this Quetzal pick... Oh, there's not a chance. No, actually, you are deceptively quite large. Can I kill you with a Quetzal? Oh, it's so beautiful. It does rage up quite fast, doesn't it? So I guess these guys really are quite squishy. Yeah, definitely quite squishy, but they do a fair bit of damage, to be fair. These sounds, can I just say, the sounds are really, really beautiful. Oh yeah, you can definitely... Oh, actually, that's a very different attack. Oh, I can't wait to tame this. There you go. So they do seem quite squishy, but definitely very unique. And you can really see the Acrocanthosaurus inspiration, which is not a bad thing. The Acrocanthosaurus is beautiful, and that's a great benchmark to try and match. Okay, Quetzal, you're not doing anything. Right. So, here's going to be the plan then. I'm going to tame this as I would a regular encounter. I'm not going to do like any fancy, you know, cheater shenanigans for the video. What I would personally do when matched up with one of these is instantly trap in Behemoth gateways. That seems like a smart idea. There we go. So I'll just do a bit of that. Oh, wait, hold on. Ah, right, yeah, I forgot. In ASA, it's got like the whole turning thing. I'm still getting used to ASA. I really should mention that. Okay, just bring it back a little bit like that. Do that, and a little cheeky. There you go, and absolutely clapped in. So, probably not safe to do this in the Arctic, but whatever. Again, we're trying to go for like as organic an experience as possible. Oh, you are beautiful, and it's glowing green. It does have a green glow. Okay, this is all going to be very, very interesting to experiment with. So, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, like the dossier mentioned as well, you're going to need to use baby dinosaurs to tame this with. So it's a bit like a Troodon tame, but taking it a step even further, and I am worried. I'm also worried about doing this in the Arctic. Oh god, do I have the air cons for this? I mean, it's where I found it. I'm not going to cheat this, except for the eggs. So, regarding the actual eggs themselves, it was mentioned by Big Al that Rexes, Spinos, Uteranus, Gigas, Carchas in ARK Survival Evolved, also Magmasaurs, Managarmas, because it's babies, not eggs, so Managarmas, Wyverns, etc. So it's all the big creatures. Managarma being an interesting one, I'm quite happy to see that included. So let's just try everything, whatever. We're going to try all the eggs, and I will cheat in more air cons if this isn't enough. In fact, they are incubating 5 minutes. Okay, they're all incubating. Oh, wait, an hour? Oh, crap. Okay, so while we wait, and while I built up a little perimeter just to make sure that I can do this relatively safely, it did occur to me, I would like to find out if this can damage stone. I think it'll be very important to find out. The lack of a glider makes this a little bit disconcerting, but let's just see if I can, hold on, just gently pop that down there. Yeah, don't mind me, hold on. Do you even care about me? No, I think you're just stuck on the metal. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, it can hit me. It can actually, right, for a second and I thought it was bugging out. But it looks like, it seems like it can't do damage to stone. I'm gonna just run around and find out. Yep, nope. If anything, can you walk through the gateway? No, so you could probably, oh, hold on, it's very interesting. Can it? No, it can't. It's just about barely stuck. So I guess it's like a Managarma and a Rock Drake then, where it's just about barely stuck under the gateway. In fact, bear with me, I've just spawned in a couple of more gateways because I'm feeling a little bit brave. And if you're wondering, I'm only using primitive riot gear. Good old primitive riot. There we go. So there, this is actually going to make it a lot easier because now I can quite easily kite in the babies. I will. Oh, you're floating. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna go back. It's spinning. I love this dinosaur. Meraxes is awesome. I will go back to my original plan using Argent Davis to drop the babies in once they eventually finish incubating. Okay then, that's all the Rexes and Uteranus have just hatched up. I'm gonna go ahead and move the Gigas elsewhere. So, oh, what the hell? I sure got a lot, didn't I? Give me one moment. I can't just pick up the baby Rexes with this RG, and I want to find out how well this does. They have to be on neutral. Oh, you are angry, aren't you? Oh. Okay, so while you're distracted on the baby Rex, I will just quickly move all these out of the way. Ah, right, and yeah, obviously because everything's going to be on neutral, that means the RG is also on neutral. Okay, you know what? Just quickly set to passive. Oh, this is a little bit messy. Come on, RG. There you go. And now we set to neutral, so now the baby counts. It raged by itself, so the rage is definitely not based on damage taken, but you are fixated on that baby, aren't you? So one thing about this is that the higher level the baby, the more effective it is. Wow. So that's a 197 Rex baby, newly hatched, just one-shot tamed, a level 15 Meraxes. I guess it is a low level after all. Okay, instead of trying this out right now, what I am going to do for the purpose of the spotlight and the testing and everything is I am actually going to spawn in a max level 150, because I don't think any of us really want to see what level 22 does. I think we all want to see what a 150 does. Okay, so I don't quite have the codes to spawn in custom levels, but I did manage to random out a 135, and I've confirmed I'm currently on 1 times taming, so no funky business. I'd also like to test something. So we already know that it likes baby dinos. This one's a juvenile. Let me just quickly, hold on, let me grab you and reset everything to neutral, because again, neutral is very, very important. Will it still attack juveniles as well as babies, or does it have to be specifically babies? Oh, it is a beautiful oh, you hit hard, ow. It is a beautiful green one, very, very emerald, and a little bit special. I think this could do a little bit of adjustments, but we get to have like a really nice look at the model. There we go, yeah, just feeding it a baby dino. This works perfectly, this is humane. Obviously, it's the Rex taking the 121 damage because of the lack of the armor. Right. So, yeah, so just to confirm, it does indeed want to aggro onto a juvenile. Should be dead any moment now. There we go. So it does count, and wow! 30% taming with a single 197, I think? 197 juvenile Rex times 1 taming, and it did 30%. That is impressive. Okay, so what about a baby Tyrannosaurus? You know what? I may have commented about it feeling a little bit squishy before, but it sure is doing significant damage to my RG. You are now at 57%. Okay, so the level difference between those two was about literally 21 levels. And the Tyrannosaurus did quite a fair, but well, actually, he did barely any less, come to think of it. It was from 30% to 58%. Yeah, no, that was actually really, really good. Okay, so one thing I'd really like to try and test is, will it aggro and gain healing affinity from an adolescent? Because technically it's supposed to be babies, at least that's what the description says. And I would like to try this. Now, I'm going to have to be quite quick about this. Can I not pick it up? Yep, I can pick it up. I'm going to quickly grab my filer before you cause any problems. I'm encumbered, that's fine. Don't kill that baby, that's not for snack. Okay, there we go. It only has the adolescent to attack now. Okay, that was a little bit scuffed. I'm sure a proper setup I can test is much cleaner, but hey, it's a little bit entertaining, right? Oh, there we go then. So to confirm, you can tame it using adolescents. Fantastic. And at 202 taming, it looks like it lost 0 effectiveness at all. So even though my filer was attacking it, it was actually a very safe, secure tame. That's really, really nice. Thank you, Big Al. And now for the moment I'm sure we've all been waiting for. Let's get that saddle equipped. So the saddle is unlockable at level 75, which actually, compared to a Rex, is 74. Wow. Tyrannosaurus is 80, Giga is 96, CARCHA is 96, so really the Meraxes is very friendly. Oh, but it is gorgeous, my goodness, just look at this. Hold on, let's get out. So it's not too loud. It responds really nicely. It's got a little bit of a turn radius, but it makes sense. Like, it feels right with the animation, and it's much more friendly than a Rex. And Rex turn animation, or turn radius, sorry, is awful. But this feels very reasonable. It feels good. Oh, it also backs up on a curve as well, so that's also really, really nice. Okay, damage-wise, 200 damage unleveled. That is good. I like that. So the Meraxes is one that has quite a few different attack animations. So we've got the regular old left click, which is a typical bite. Right click, oh, is a directional stomp, so it can attack behind itself depending on where I'm looking from behind. And again, quite responsive. I love that sound. That's such a cool sound. It really sounds unique. Not out of place, really fitting. Okay. And the rest of the attacks, oh actually, right control is a cosmetic buff. Oh, that is cool. Oh, actually, that's a thing. It's actually turning on the spot, so kind of like scorpions do. Oh, it actually turns with the camera. It's slow. It's reasonable. I do like this. It feels very balanced so far because obviously, as much as I'd love to have a dino that's, you know, really responsive, it is a bit OP at times, like for sure. But this just feels really, really good. It feels very reasonable given the size and strength of the dino. So it's really not clunky at all. It feels like a much, much better Rex. So if I press the C key, this will activate healing. And that is what the actual green effect is. Now, during the healing, what will happen is that it will go through its hunger a lot faster, but a portion of the damage dealt while healing will also be additionally healed onto the dino. So kind of like a bit of a lifesteal effect. Hold on, can I activate it again? Yep, there we go. So now I should be healing for, I think it's 20% of the damage I'm currently dealing. So that would make leveling these guys into damage doubly effective. I've been dealing 199 damage so far. What if I level a bit more into melee? Let's do like a couple of points there. I think it's about 5 levels. So 199, oh, mate boost obviously, hold on. 216. Not bad, 219. Oh, that's a 656 headshots and 130 dead on. This is nice. I like this. Okay. I think maybe going with a filer, maybe a bit silly. Whatever I thought before regarding the squishiness, it definitely feels rewarding to play. I was a little bit worried about that because I'm kind of a bit funny against, you know, sacrificial tames. At least with the CARCHA and the Renia Natha it makes sense. So Troodon is awful for sacrificial tames. I was a little bit worried that for the hassle required to get babies in order for this, I was worried it wouldn't be very rewarding, but this feels good. It feels really, really good. I'm really liking the mobility more than anything else. I think it's very refreshing to have a big mobile dino that feels good to ride, but still feels quite in line because as much as I love the CARCHA, I have to admit, is too quick, it's too overpowered, it's ridiculous. And that's an official wildcard dino. This feels like, I guess maybe what a slightly weaker CARCHA should be. So imagine this, but much larger, and that would be like what I think a CARCHA should be. In other words, that is all to say that the Meraxes so far feels balanced and still feels rewarding and fun. Oh, the saddle view is very interesting, hello. And I love the spikes. Can't really get a closer look at it because it really wants to spin. The saddle design is really interesting, actually. Very formidable. Okay, so speaking of the ARK CARCHA, I'm going to spawn one in because I really want to see how this fares in a fight. And I need to test out the enrage bonus. Oh, and there is the enrage bonus right there. Fantastic. So this means I'm now going to deal 15% increased damage, take 15% reduced damage. Oh, it's glowing as speed. This is a fight. This feels epic. Let's activate healing as well. There we go. So I'm going to go through my food a lot faster, but I'm going to heal for a portion of the damage that I deal to the CARCHA. Oh, obviously the CARCHA is big and scary. I'm only using a primitive saddle. I don't think Meraxes is going to win this fight. It is a CARCHA of all things. So this is definitely closer to a Rex than it is to a Giga. But it feels really, really good, not going to lie. Hold on. Okay, so since the CARCHA is clearly a lot stronger, which is fair, it's balanced, I respect it, I am going to put myself into infinite stats because the poor Meraxes is going to die to this. And as it should, that's nice and balanced, I like it. We're currently in enrage mode, so let's see then. Left click is the regular melee attack. Right click while enraged. Woo! It's an epic spin attack. Oh my god, he went flying! It threw that CARCHA. Oh, that is smooth. The animation's so good. Oh, I could just keep... Oh, I killed an otter. I could just keep on watching that. Okay, so if I turn away from you... Oh, that wasn't me. Oh, okay, that was just like another enrage. Okay, I see. So if I turn back and look at it... Oh, big stompy stomps. Big angry stompy stomps. I just also look to my right and right click as well. It does a lot of stomping attacks. This is really, really cool. So basically, if I look head on and right click, then it will just fling it out of the way. Or at least it should. Hold on. I think it's like a very precise frontal. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's a very precise frontal attack for the spin. and from any side whatsoever, it will just do the regular stompy attacks, which I think the Carcha's just a little bit too big for. I think the hitbox could do just a little bit of optimizing. Maybe again because it's a Carcha, maybe this is better fought against smaller dinos, because it clearly is no match for a Carcha, and therefore definitely not for a Giga. But for smaller ones, I imagine these abilities work much better. I gotta say though, this is awesome. That just looks so epic. These are a formidable pair. Again, a very unfair fight, I will entirely admit. Gotta remember, infinite stats right now. But that just looks so cool. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous dino. And come to think of it, by the way, that knockback, considering it works on a Carcha, I assume it works on a Giga, this would be amazing for the Tech Cave. Oh my god, Tech Cave dino. Just yeet everything to the lava, job done. Okay, when you guys play with your Meraxes, don't fight a Carcha. That took a really, really long time. Talk about being outclassed, but again, makes sense. So I think I rushed into checking out the attacks a bit too quickly. I was really excited, so I figured we'd just take a quick little moment here just to really appreciate the character model, the design, the details. It looks really, really fantastic. It really fits ARK Ascended really nicely. I also took a moment to give it some custom coloration. It's got about 4 color regions in total, so I think Mutation Breeders or Event Color Hunters have a really fun time with this one. Again, a very edgy color scheme because I think it suits it. It looks badass. This looks fearsome and I love it so much. And again, I keep on saying it, the animations are just so nice. This is a really fitting dino. It feels fantastic, and this is something I really look forward to playing with so much more. This is beautiful, and I would highly recommend this one. So for my closing thoughts, I did mention earlier that with it being a sacrificial baby tame creature, I was very concerned that it was going to be too much hassle, you know, not worth the cost, since Troodons are just vile. I think they're crap tames. Whereas Natha and Carcharodontosaurus are actually completely worthwhile. Meraxes? Worthwhile. I'd say it's worth the hassle. Thankfully you can just transport the babies with Archantavus, and that does really help make things a bit more convenient. Also on ×1 taming you do get some really good generous progress from each baby. So long as it's a moderate level, I just use bog standard 150 bred ones, so not really anything special whatsoever, and it did feel worth the hassle. Really, really like it. Also worth a reminder that it cannot damage stones. I'm not sure how this will do in PvP, but it seems like good fun. It's just so cool. I do really, really like this. And I still stand by what I said earlier. I think the overall movement, the way it feels, the way it rides, it's appropriately sluggish. It feels really lean, quick, and responsive, but it does feel just a little bit heavy, as it should for such a big, formidable dinosaur. It feels very balanced and well-tuned. And not to mention that the sheer variety of attacks, especially in Enrage mode, is just really, really fun. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed another Spotlight video. As always, if you'd like to try out this mod for yourself, the ID is on screen, or the mod links in the video description down below. This is the ASA version I've covered, but there is an ASE version as well. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Take care and have a wonderful day. Cheers.